Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are currently doing the UiPath Apps 0 to Hero series, and in previous video we have discussed the input controls which are available with UiPath Apps. In this video, we are going to talk about display control in UiPath Apps. These are tools that help you to show the information to users in a clear and a visual way. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use display control to make your apps more engaging and easy to use. What are display controls? Display controls help you to show information to people, those who are using your app. With the input controls, what you can do is you can provide input to the app, and based on that input that you have provided, certain actions will be performed in the backend, and the output of those particular actions will be displayed using this particular display controls we have in UiPath apps. So to get started with display controls, first of all you need to click on add control, and in the add control itself you have input, display, containers and icons. Then you can select the display control, and in the display control itself you can see there are number of controls which are already available, starting from the custom list, divider, document viewer, file downloader, iframe, image, label, tab, labels and many more. So to get started with display control, first of all what we'll do is we'll use one header display control we have, and we'll simply drag and drop in our canvas. So here we have dragged and dropped one of the display control that we have, the header one. What I'll do is I'll go to the properties of this header, and I'll simply rename below this header. What I can see is there is a registration form, we can say. So I'll rename it registration form. Okay, now I have added the registration form, and in case if you want to style it, now I don't feel this particular header that I have given should be on the left hand side. So I want this header to be in the center. So I'll go to the style and I'll use the center. So my header will be appearing in the center. So this is how you can add the different display control. Then moving, we have divider. In previous video, we have discussed how to add the navigation bar and the footer as well. To separate those two different parts, what we can do is we can use divider in between. So this is how you can add the divider. So your user can notice that change. It has been separating two different sections of your page. So now I have separated the navigation bar and the registration form, and I want to separate the registration form and the footer part. So for that also I can use the divider at the end. So this is how you can add the different dividers. Then we have different output controls as document viewer, file downloader, iframe control that we are going to discuss in the later part of the series, because with the iframe we are going to integrate the Power BI dashboard, then the YouTube videos to your app. Then we have different output controls out of that table. In case if you want to display the data table in your app, so in that scenario you can simply drag and drop the table, and here in the general properties of the table you can provide the data source. So if I open the open resources, you can see we have app variables. So here you can connect your data table variable, and even you can make this particular data table dynamic. If I rename the header of this table, that will be added to my table. Then we have one interesting display control called tabs. Let's consider a scenario where you need to bind different pages on a front page. So in that case, what you can do is you can use the tabs display control that we have, and here you can add those pages. If I go to the properties of this particular tab, then in the general properties you can see in the tab 1, which page I want to show. Suppose I want to select form A. So this is how actually your form A will be added to your main page. Even you can rename those tabs as well. So this is form A. So this is how you can rename, and this will be added to your form. And if I preview this one, after I preview this form, then you can see we have divider added. Then we have one tabs where we can navigate to different tabs. Currently, I have added input in the first tab itself. So my input is getting showed in the form A only. You can provide the input in tab 2, tab 3, or you can add multiple tabs as well. Then we have data table that we have added. Currently there is no data has been populated over here, so it shows no data. Now you understood what are different display controls are available and how you can use those while you designing your app. To wrap up, display controls in UiPath apps allows you to present information clearly and effectively. Whether you are working with simple text, dynamic charts, or real-time process updates, UiPath apps gives you the flexibility to bind data and create visually compelling applications. In the next video, we'll dive into more advanced use cases for display controls, such as using iframe, and will bind the Power BI and YouTube videos directly to our UiPath apps. So make sure you stay tuned and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content from this series.